Hi, I'm here today to tell you about The Prophecy, one of my songs on my soon-to-be-released debut album, In Darkness and Light. And the album launch will be at Seven Arts on the 7th of July, that's 777, this year. Prophecy is the only song on the album which is not written from experience. I watched had a back-to-back movie session, and which began with The Well Rider, which is an amazing film, and then Step Up to the Streets too. I do love my dance movies. But these two films really inspired me, and it must have been about the timing or whatever it was, but after I finished watching them, I had to go and write this song. So trying to unpick what that's about on a personal level, I guess is why it got given the title The Prophecy. This song is very much about finding your own unique purpose, your own unique truth, and having faith in that and believing in that. And I think that we're sort of born with this sort of vision, this inner vision. Another way of looking at it might be dream. So at the moment I'm doing a Kickstarter, and it's very much about following my dream and chasing my dream and fulfilling my dream. And this is a lifelong dream that I've had for most of my life. For as long as I can remember, I've imagined myself as a singer-songwriter. Also as a dancer, generally performing on stage. And this is all part of me nurturing that dream and fulfilling that destiny. So The Whale Rider and Step Up to the Streets are all about finding your own way and believing in your own way, regardless of what our elders are saying, who are, there's a J.R. Tolkien quote that says, "For even the wise cannot see all ends." So we must listen to the wisdom of our elders, but also there's definitely a wisdom in youth that we are born with, and that sometimes I think that we lose along the way. We kind of get shaped and molded by society. There's an Oscar Wilde quote, every single human being should be the fulfillment of some sort of prophecy. Whether this is in the idea, every single human being should be the fulfillment of prophecy. For every human being should be the realization of some ideal, either in the mind of God or in the mind of man. And I think that's really important to remember, and that's why I wrote a song about it. And I think particularly at the time when I wrote the song, I was trying to find that path. And I think there's definitely a sense of feeling artist rejection, so feeling like people weren't engaging with my art, even though looking back, many people were. Reading back over some of the messages I received, at the time when I received those messages, it was very hard to focus on the positive and not the negative, because you always get the negative comments. And so there's always every excuse not to follow the dream, every excuse to get the 9-to-5 job and not be the artist for me. And it wasn't until a few years ago that I really committed to this calling I felt my whole life. And now it's taking each day as it comes, but fully committed in every day. So the song begins, how does the song begin? It begins with, definitely a self kind of doubting process. And then it sort of comes to the conclusion that, hang on a second, you're doing what you believe in and it's making you happy. Maybe I can do the same. So it begins, why don't you want me? Why am I not good enough? You being you, it makes you happy. Can me being me make me happy too. And it's that question. And I found when I started doing this process and I was living this artist dream every day for the last few years, it is difficult. I constantly question whether I'm doing the right thing. You know, I'm spending savings and I'm not earning much money, and you know, I'm in my mid-30s. What am I doing? But actually, these lyrics have become more and more important to me at the moment throughout this process. These lyrics keep popping into my head, and it is, why not? It could make me really happy. So I'm here and I'm doing it.